folks, how's it going? There's Catties. Come out for an overnighter. I'm being joined in a bit by Scotty. He appeared in the video we've done before Christmas, I think it was, when it was sort of quite rainy conditions. Today it's really quite windy. Britain's been hit with gale force winds this week a little bit, so the winds are due to die down. So hopefully, you know, Michael Fish has, you know, got his predictions right, and the wind's going to die down. I mean, we're not too bad here. I mean, it is really only quite a sparse bit of woodland really, and there's not really much of a chance of any widow makers kind of making widows out of us, as it were. So I'm just obviously fire's going, shelter's up at the moment. Well, shelter's up at the moment. Shelter's up, but just enjoying a brew and a cigarette, and hopefully you'll have an enjoyable video for you. I'll catch up with you in a little while, folks. Well, it's quite flimsy now, but I really just like the fact that it's. I mean, don't get it wrong. I like the old light-tech frying pans and all that, but it just the ball was just a little bit too high.
Yeah.
So.
Looked down and I was covered in blood.
Oh yeah, nick yourself.
Yeah, don't know how.
Just sometimes it happens, doesn't it? You do it sometimes when you're carving as well, don't you? I know, you know, I had I've got one of them carving jacks, and I'm not sure where I was carving. I can't remember now. But anyway, I was doing a bit of carving, and my spoon's blotches of red on it.
Yeah.
Bloody hell's that? And I had on this hand up here, I had like a couple of nicks in mine. Where the bloody hell's that come from? What it was one of the blades, it was sticking out ever so slightly. But something had happened because I think I was chatting to Pete Thomas about it. And you know, like where the blades lock, apparently there's something on the inside and I couldn't, so it wouldn't lock them over.
Yeah.
So anyway, that little corner of the blade
Like
was literally just touching my skin.
Yeah.
And I suppose where I'm ripping it and carving, I had these anyway. So I ended up sending it back, and they sent me a new one. But I'd had it a few years by then.
That's decent.
But they sent me, yeah, sent us a new one from the States, from the good old US and A.
Tend to have really long guarantees though, like Leatherman, you got pretty much a lifetime guarantee, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got
It's what you want to see really from.
What's that?
It's what you want to see really
Oh,
from
yeah.
from a manufacturer, something like that.
Yeah.
Same with Thermarest as well. They're lifetime guarantee, or 30 years or something, near enough.
Yeah. Like I've still got a Thermarest. I don't really use it as much. It's only because I use that one that I got from Decathlon. Mind you, I didn't even use it this morning. I bought a new sleep bag for Christmas.
Oh yeah?
Glad it weren't that one that was burning, because I bought a Rab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the Ascent 700.
Okay.
And yeah, lovely bag. And I've used it for when I went over Dave's. That was a couple of weeks ago. First time I've used it.
Good?
Yeah. Well, I went a bit luxury when I went over to Dave's because I took my bed, you know, I took my bed with me, and you know, sort of luxury, yeah, nice ground sheet down.
TP?
No, I was in me. Matt Tarp would give me like he had this shelter that I had it set up like a baker style, and it was lovely. You know, really nice. It was quite a nice weekend actually. The weather. It's probably one of the weekends we had when, you know, sort of like when the snow had buggered off. A few weeks ago, and it was like, yeah, we had a good couple of nights actually. Weren't cold. I was quite excited. I couldn't wait to get in it. You know, I was quite excited. Yeah.
I like it when there's a bit of cooking. Common food. Yeah. Although sometimes it's nice. One guy on YouTube does incredible videos. I don't know where he is. It's not in the UK. Yeah, just cinema. It's like cinematic cinematography, and it's just him. It'll just be like him. Setting up his TV. It's just like this magical, like enchanted forest, and he's there in this like sort of like big poncho, so he looks like a mysterious figure. He's put up. That's got millions of views. It might be actually, yeah. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Not here.
calm down a bit. Mind you, you know, still going to stay windy in it, but not as gusty.
You say it's meant to calm down?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it was like where it was 40 mile an hour. I think it was going down to sort of 15 or something like that. So it's, you know, it's quite a drastic difference.
It's about 15, 45 minutes. Pattern now.
It's going to go down, but sort of like later.
At least it's all quite young trees.
Eh?
At least it's all quite young trees.
Yeah,
Not
not
worry
got
about.
loads of, you know, nothing sort of overhanging where you know you've got to worry about deadfall and stuff like that. There's a guy on guy put something up on Instagram last night, and where he was camping, I think he was out with his friend or son or something, and the tree has come down, literally like right next to their shelter. You know, like literally it's just gone. Oh, you know, talk about, you know, lucky. I mean, I've had a stick go through one of my ponchos, didn't I?
Yeah.
Speared it right through. Yeah, I was out over the day spot. You know, I've camped under it loads, and I'm not the only one. There's a few, you know, we've all kept under it. And me and Dave were just chatting, and next thing, a bloody branch come down. Straight through. It's only like a, you know, like about 2-inch diameter sort of, you know, just a branch really. Ah, well, you know, when you've got your shelter's quite tall, isn't it? You know what I mean? When you looked up, there wasn't like, you know, it didn't look like there was any signs of, you know, of any real, you know, no issues of stuff gonna, you know, break or whatever. But
yeah, I've had it happen similar. I was in a debris shelter built and had a huge spruce come down just next to me. And some hairy nights in a tent as well.
yeah,
Scotland.
at least there you're not, you know, unless you know when you're up on the side of a mountain, at least you're not worried.
Yeah.
You know, as long as there's no snow around, you're not worried about anything really kind of. Apart from any sort of rolling rocks or something like that, avalanche type stuff materials, you ain't sort of worried too much. You know, it's Larry has been in the woods here.
No, but I mean the wind, it's the exposure, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the, you know, tearing your tent apart and then you're in big trouble.
Can't go wrong, can you? A bit of mushroom and say not that pepperoni or something.
Chorizo, yeah.
Chorizo, I mean. It's called pepperoni. It's nice with spinach as well.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, I usually have an omelette for my lunch each day.
Yeah.
With that with spinach cheese. Basically what I'm going to have now without spinach.
Makes your eggs turn a bit red. So shout out to me boy Isaac over in the over across the pond in the US. To my mate out of Eden. So there it is, mate. Shout out to Isaac. Apparently this makes him laugh when I have a little botty burp.
A bit wider.
Don't get running there either. Do you want me to put that back on while you're good at metal work at school. Fucking hell. What did I take that out? It was actually easier with it in, wasn't it?
Oh, there he goes again.
Goes again.
She turned the camera on.
I have.
Worked fine for before.
It did, didn't it? It's just very really
Got stage fright.
got stage fright. What the fuck's going on there now? What? It's all going. It is, isn't it?
Oh, Des, you can do it.
I don't say that. I'll be done by the disabled handicapped football channel. Oh, I've got two left hands. It went sweet, didn't it? Put the video on and it sort of got a ratch. Shit. Oh, mates. Yeah, you up there, man. Oh, you put it on and I'll hold it there, mate. Tell you what, I get
Let's go over there.
yeah, please, fuck off. I need to undo it. A bit. Get it under there. You're doing a lot better. It's me then, isn't it? I made that look really hard then, didn't I?
First try. There we go.
Fire, what? Unbelievable. Oh well, go on then. Oh, I've got two left hands. Oh, see?
I've done it and then I couldn't leave it alone.
No, that's it, innit? That's it now, that's it.
Yeah.
That's flush on there now, yeah? Put your mud on that round.
Got to pack it in right. You just
Yeah,
sort of-
just pack it, just stabilise it all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more the main thing, is the tin coming off as we don't.
Yep.
And now they just cover it in fire. There's no willow in that there, isn't there? It's nice and dry. That's it, really fire. Just use all the embers, well, just
Yeah.
still smooth it, get calmer. So we'll try and get it all round. The embers all round. Yeah, quite that looks quite seasoned anyway. It's not going to take much to get it.
It's really soft.
Keep an eye on what time's it now, mate?
Coming up to 2.
2. Right, so we're leaving for about 45 minutes. Thereabouts. I mean, the longer you leave it, the better, really.
Yeah.
Take it off any sooner. Like I've done it before. I've taken it off and it's been, you know, you're getting patient with it, I think. Scrape something around there. Just go up the wood. Careful not to jump and see. It's that crucial bit as well when you go and take it off.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The longer you leave it, if you can leave it about even an hour. Well, when I tend to do it, I try and not put too much heavy stuff on top of it. So I try and put it around it. Just in case. Mind you, you've got a bit of wire on there. I mean, it looks like that wire's moved. Oh no, it's alright.
It is a bit.
Yeah, so it should be alright.
Off on the edge.
As long as it don't come off now, it should be alright. What it was like.
Finding a use for that wind.
Yeah. Let's have a gander. Yeah, just sweep all the embers away, because obviously you don't want that dropping into your in with your birch oil when you take that off. So get it right the way around, sweep it all the way. Yeah, just clear it right the way back. And that debris will just it'll fall in your tin otherwise.
Don't want that, do we?
No, not really. Well, I don't know, it just makes it a little bit more crunchy when you eat it. You might get away with just pulling it straight out now, mate, because it should be on the wire, shouldn't it? Just lift it, yeah, it'll be alright, I reckon. There you go. Alright.
Alright, the big reveal.
There it is, the acid test. Should better just pull that wire off now, shouldn't it? Has it worked?
Yeah, it's worked.
Hey, superb. Let's have a look, mate.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, what? Not bad. Oi, oi. Thing is though, you don't get a lot though, do you?
No, I mean that was stuffed full. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get a lot. That's why, you know, I had to do it a number of times now. But you've got some already though, haven't you, that you've done
just
before?
add it to that. Oh, nice one. It worked.
It worked. So
Job
now
done.
what you want to do now is tip your other lot in there, and then every time you go out, just pack a tin up and make up some more.
Keep adding to it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just use my char cloth too. Bit wet. We'll see. Yeah. It's just made it a bit more difficult this time round, isn't it? You know, with what's been going, you know, with what's going on. Yeah.
To me up.
Well, it's with the video in it. Some people might take the, you know, oh, you know, there's so
Oh, with
many
other
of you,
people.
you know,
I mean, it's not like you're going to get the police knocking on you.
well, you know, I kind of think, you know, I'm not in London. I'm not rubbing shoulders with anyone. I'm not protesting. I'm not, you know.
Yeah.
I might be out in the woods with maybe a couple of other fellas, like-minded. We're all social distancing. You know, we're not like, you know, we're not kissing each other. What's the problem, really?
I mean, there is zero problem with it really. In practice, there's no reason.
In practice, I know, you know, the rules they've put in, you know, rules.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be, you know, some sort of, you know, rules are there to be broken or any of that stuff. It's just.
But the reality somewhere like here, unless you're in like, I mean, if you're not in a town, a big town or a city, and if you're in the country, as long as you're not in like a big beauty spot where you know they're on the lookout for people, then no one's ever going to know.
No.
Never going to be any consequence.
You're not making it obvious, you know. You're not being obvious, are you? You know? It'll be none of the wiser.
I would have been out like a fucking shot if I could.
Yeah.
You know, over the last year. If I could, you know, just walk out my back door and disappear.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it was, you know, when I had them, a few comments, it's like, well, where I live is. I don't really bump into that many people, you know, not when I'm out here anyway.
I mean, people love to police other people's
Don't
behaviour.
they?
Even when we were just sort of going in the park in London, you know, just because it was our own, you know, anything you could do, go and walk around the park.
Yeah.
Still get people, you know, like volunteers in tabards telling you can sit down and moving you on and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fucking think that. Why would you volunteer to do this? You fucking melt.
Yeah. But there's people that do, isn't there? Probably find it's people that. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to. None of my business.
Like, fucking losers.
Probably find interpreting ones that are sort of like that are normally janitors in shopping centres and stuff like that.
Yeah. Something like that. Sniff with authority over other people.
Yeah.
Couldn't get in the army, couldn't get in the police. Couldn't be a teacher. Okay, COVID marshal. Finally, get my tabard.
That water done, or nearly done, or
I'm going to put it lower.
I'll put it a bit lower. Tin's smoking.
Hang on now.
I don't know if that tin's smoking or it'll stop smoking yet. I'm taking a notice of it. I think there'd be a lot of heat there. Smoke coming out of it.
That's done.
I don't know, it might be. I'll put it there. Just give it a couple of minutes just to see, but it can't be done because I've only sort of put it on there. It was quite damp as well, that pulpwood. see it being done already.
Perhaps it just hasn't had any combustion at all yet.
Maybe. Yeah. Try.
Now
There's a bit of smoke now, but it's not a lot. Stop being impatient. Do you want a coffee? I've got. What do you want? One of them coffee bags?
I might have another AeroPress actually.
Oh yeah.
Let's see how much I've got. Yeah, I'll have one.
Yeah, everyone them. Or I'll get one of my 3-in-1 jobbers. Because you're going to want a coffee in the morning, isn't you? As
yeah.
Well. Yeah. No matter where you put your cup, it always sometimes gets debris in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just moving around.
Well, I had it hanging up, but it's still.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And at the time, no, it's alright, I'll use the cold water.
What are you after?
Just a bit of hot water just to rinse out my cup, but don't worry about it, I'll use cold. I might go down to that pond in a little while and just get some water.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You done that there before?
Yeah. But I use my grow out of there, I've not used my soil filter out of there.
Right, yeah.
But I don't really want it for drinking so much, more for just cleaning stuff. If I need to, I'll see if I can hold on. But I have used it before. I've used it on the grow out of there, but I've not used the soil filter with it. I'll still boil it anyway, I only want it for, as I say, for
I've
cleaning.
used that soil in some pretty nasty lock in Scotland.
Yeah, it was alright.
The only thing around.
Mm.
Came out a bit, water came out a little bit yellow, with a tinge to it. It was fine. Tasted fine. I was fine.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, go what?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
That's right.
Talk out the other side of my face now. But
Yeah. Everyone says I talk like a horse. But other than that, I'm alright.
I think actually it's all the tannins that they had in the water there.
The what? Tannins?
Yeah, 'cause when I went up again last year, just to West Island Way, a lot of the water was coming out with the yellow tinge to
Yeah,
it.
it's that it's the sort of peat, isn't it? Isn't it from the peat?
Exactly, yeah.
I know when we went to Isla that time, there was me, JP, Gary, Stuart, there was quite a few of us went, and we made a gypsy well.
Oh yeah.
And
Did it
yeah,
work?
oh yeah, sweet. But you know, because we were like,
Dug down
so we dug down, let it fill
somewhere
up.
where it was like saturated, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was saturated. Yeah, and there was off of a rock. So anyway, so we dug down, and then scooped the water out, dug, you know, and then gradually it was filling up, but it still had that peaty colour in it, so it was coming out clean. So what we were doing was, I think, I don't know, JP or Gary had one of those pre-mat filters.
Right, yeah.
Because I've got some pictures of me somewhere, bloody, because obviously we used, I am using the pre-mat filter, purifying some of this water in an old rust inhibitor bucket. And yeah, and none of us come back you know, with any sort of any issues, any ailments or anything like that from the water, or you know, we had nothing. So so it was all right, you know. But I do remember though, a few of the fellas had an issue with drinking the water straight out their water bottles because of the colour of the water.
What, they didn't like it, or they got ill?
No, they couldn't handle the colour of the water.
Right,
It was that, even though it was purified, it was still that it still had that peaty, you know, sort of just think of it as whiskey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think of it as a nice single malt or something, but they...
well, that was like the stuff in Scotland, it looked like piss.
Yeah.
So it is off-putting. But when you're thirsty, you fucking... You know,
oh yeah, and it's cold and it tastes better than as well than... It's actually sleet, isn't it?
yeah,
Not hail stones almost.
hailing.
Yeah, it's like hail, isn't it? How you just ate that?
What's that?
When the cellophane don't come off the lid. Oh, they're thick old burgers, aren't they? Too long at the moment. And he was obviously grateful, you know. It's like, oh, I just don't want to see that, do you? It's just like, that's not nice, is it? So yeah, I got rid of my toad spot that way. I was using it, you know, I was using it. But I'm using this one at the moment, as I say, I've got that other one, it becomes. That pan later I've got, like I said yesterday, you know, some people say, oh, you know, it's frying with titanium and all that, but you can't just go into it brand new and
What's the problem with that?
well, titanium heats up quite quickly, doesn't it, as well, so it can potentially burn some whatever it is, some of your foodstuffs. Yeah, not so much, yeah, it just burns your foodstuffs, doesn't it? And so that's why when I first got mine, you know, you've got to season it a bit, you know, so even with stainless and stuff, innit? So I was literally doing, you know, like salamis and, you know, mushrooms and spinach and things like that, you know, wasn't washing it with soap and water, just with a bit of hot water.
Yeah.
Then you know, putting oil in it and all that sort of stuff and doing it that way. And it's frying eggs in it now, sweet, you know, it's like the eggs ain't sticking. I don't wash it in washing up liquid, just use it in hot water.
I placed my primer, the new one, not long ago. It's already like a coat.
Is that the tracker one?
No, the tracker one I didn't get on with at all. There's no non-stick to it at all.
That's funny, isn't it? Because like JP said, he didn't like it. He had one that was peeling and all the rest of it. And I've still got one. I don't use it as much, but I've got the I've still got my old Lightech one that looks like it's been on a fucking airgun range or something. And then I've got the I bought the newer one with the wraparound handles. But when I originally purchased that, they had the old design on the website. It was some fishing company. And then when they sent me through the wraparound one. I said, well, why haven't you, anyway.
Yeah,
well,
mis-sold it. A few people had that, I remember.
Cheeky, cheeky on their behalf to do that, if they knew. But yeah, so I ended up, so I wasn't using that, that one with the red wraparound handles. I tend to use that more if I'm using gas.
Yeah.
If I'm cooking out the back of, well, when you're in the car, it don't matter, does it? You just plug in what you like. But yeah, I just want to give it a chance. Still like my stainless though.
Yeah, I've got a titanium pot, titanium spoon, which I use when I'm, multi-day hiking treks. I've done 3 or 4 of now. Okay. So I need to work out what I'm going to do next, actually. On Adrian's Wall, done on the West Highland Way.
South Downs?
Is that not challenging enough?
Essex, about the Essex Way. That's 96 miles, isn't it?
I don't know much about it. No, I don't know anything about it.
Goes from...
is it all like around the coast?
Yeah, it goes sort of inland as well. If it starts in, you can do it either way, can't you? If you do it from Felixstowe to Epping, or from Epping to Felixstowe.
Right.
Or you could go Felixstowe to Epping, or Epping to Felixstowe.
Yeah.
Just depends really. Depends how you feel at the time.
Dengy Peninsula.
Dengy?
Like that bit around Burnham on Crouch, that whole peninsula.
Yeah.
Is supposedly some of the most remote coastline in England.
Really?
Yeah, there's just very little human habitation.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't think it's especially pretty. There's a lot of flat farmland, marshland, and then the coast. But there's no one there. It's meant to be like that whole peninsula meant to be a dark sky zone. So yeah, one of the few places where you can actually sort of see the stars properly. So you get astronomers going out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thinking of checking that out because it's not a million miles away. Somewhere like Dartmoor, which is again really good for kind of wild camping, and you can go down and do that. But it's just a trek, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like Dartmoor personally.
Do you know?
It's all right. I mean, it's good for. I think it's good for navigation practice and stuff like that because it's quite you're quite featureless at times, can't it?
Yeah. We I did 3 days there last summer. While camping with some mates. We had a good time, but we definitely tougher than we anticipated.
Very tusky as well.
Yeah, and boggy. Like we all ended up with soaking wet feet within like the first hour, day one. Just no way around it.
What time of year did you go? September? Did you say September?
August.
Oh, August.
Went on the bank holiday, August weekend. Yeah. but we drove down. I think we stayed in Exeter. It's like a hotel on the Thursday, and then just drove in because it's a long drive, isn't it? And then just drove them. It was only like another 45 minutes.
Right, folks. So here endeth another video. I want to thank Scotty for popping out. Cheers, Scotty.
Thank you.
And see you on the next video, folks. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. All that sort of stuff, malarkey. Take care. See you on the next one, folks. Laters.